Western dance.
Reasons for the wide mileage between dance in the Western world and Uganda.
Yes.
Number one.
Wait. Have you understood wide mileage?
One time. Okay. Okay. Someone.
Let me put it in Luganda just for our viewers who are in Uganda. Rati industry Nigeria etambudde nnyo okusinga ye Uganda. Mazina.
You meant Western or
Western world?
Oh, actually.
You mean Europe or
Europe?
Oh.
So let's put it in that because Nigeria is Africa.
Kale. Rati industry.
And we are doing case study in Uganda anyway. So
Rati industry y'abazungu etambudde okusinga yaffe abannayuganda mu mazina.
So, number one, we must not forget the history. Colonialism, slave trade and its problems. Mentally, psychologically, physically, economically, financially. All those problems, all those points work hand in hand. You find that we have lagged behind because of that mindset, what happened in the past.
Believe we are lesser.
Yeah, development, and even you see the Western world, of course, is highly developed more than us. So I feel like that is already a point in its own way. So we must not be too hard on ourselves. We're already behind because of that. What happened in the past. Now, number two. Let me put it in Uganda. Society's ideological approach to the art. For people in the especially in African traditional society, dance is for the community. It's a community thing. So you cannot tell me because our parents were dancing, that's how they met their husbands, that's how you get. You cannot say, I tell now you're a dancer as a job because it's part of the community. It's a communal thing. So the society's ideas on that to change them, that actually I can do what?
Do it as a profession. Because
in the past, in the villages, so and so has a wedding. Hey, collect yourselves. Everyone knows the Chitaguru. You dance the Chitaguru. Those are things that you learn, like the language. You learn the Chitaguru. So how can you tell your grandmother, me, I'm a dancer? They don't understand, and when they don't understand, they cannot support you.
Thank you.
So to change their mindset and their ideas, it's upon us. Because another thing, when people see what is changing with you, then they start to understand that, hey, by the way, because me, in my situation, I feel like it was inevitable because my grandmother had a dance troupe. They used to perform for Museveni. My father's sister was one of the most popular dancers in the village. My parents met in a discotheque. So basically
one time.
Inevitable.
Initially when I was younger and the dance thing started to become more vivid. They were also now getting like, she might be dancing for real, like she wants to. But the support was not there at first because they didn't know. Now, when I start to invite them to shows at the National Theatre, when I start to invite them, and they start to see what's happening, then they're like, okay, then they start to change. Currently, we're on the same page. Totally.
Yeah, progress.
So, exactly, slowly, but we need to understand that it's culture, it's how it is in the society that...
Mentality. Yeah,
it's a mentality that dance is a communal... It's a communal thing, so it can't be a
profession.
Yeah, it can't.
Is it related to photography? Because photography might have faced the same challenges.
Like how?
Like how anyone can say that anyone can take a picture on the phone, yet they're actual professional photographers.
Not well with photography there's a science to it because the camera is also another complicated tool. And you find you have to actually go to some people are self-taught photographers, and that's why you find there are certain photographers who are on another level compared to that's why you see there are photographers who work in Vogue, the photographers who do documentation for war, the photographers who do so there are different
levels
and it goes back to you as an individual. What do you want to achieve? Where do you want to be? That is why there are photographers working for other people in studios, and there are those who have their own. So it goes back to you to self-drive yourself so that you can push yourself to learn different small things that can, make your craft in a very amazing package, and then you become different.
Yeah.
So again, it goes back to you. That's what I think.
It starts with you.
So another point. Reasons for the wild mileage. We are still on that. Inconsistency. In among dancers, you find a dancer out of the blue now has a song. You become a singer. You confuse your fans. You confuse people who are looking up to you. You even confuse the industry. Because now dancers, someone is like, what time? Again, Nakuchuka is going to become a singer. Me, I have people who have approached me that they want to sponsor me, like, Tagalo Imbe. And I'm like, bro, I can't do that. Like, but if I wanted to, I can kill it.
They shouldn't get a misconception.
No, but
you can kill it.
Another thing is, again, it goes back to you as an individual. What do you want? What is your dream? What's your goal? I mean, certain dancers who are now successful musicians, artists, singers, people like Vinka, she was a dancer. She's successful. So sometimes also maybe it's not your calling, But again, some people really, you just take yourself there for no good reason.
Rose.
No, I'm just being honest. Because some people, to be honest, some people were amazing dancers.
What do you say about the ones that collaborate with artists and they're not singing but they're dancing?
Let me give an example. You see Kamofela of South Africa.
Yeah.
She's on fire right now. She's a professional dancer, and she started out as a dancer. She was a hype woman and a dancer. Now she's singing, but she's still dancing.
Yeah.
And you find that she's challenging many dance artists in South Africa who are female to start performing in their songs, to learn choreography on stage and dance. Because now people don't want for you to come on stage and just be like,
Sing.
I mean, there are some artists who are made for that and who people respect and look, like the Lilian Mbabazis and everything. That's okay. Then you find another group who
BTS.
What is that?
It's a group.
It's a Korean group.
Anyway, so
Okay.
what I meant by inconsistency. Some people, they are dancers. They go to sing. Then first we had asked a point about those dancers who collaborate with singers, and that's okay. That's very okay because they are still dancing.
Dancing.
And in most cases they are what can I say? Their songs or audios or whatever. I don't know what kind of collaboration it is. Sometimes it works for them anyway, because they are still promoting dance anyway, and they are still promoting their brand as dancers. You'll find people like Faizo, Faizo Mostrix from Tabu, who is a music producer. He creates beats. He performs to these beats. He has headlined at headlined at festivals in Vienna, Austria. He has performed even at the Nyege Nyege 2 times, I think 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Performing to his beats. So it depends on how you pair that with your brand and the art. It depends, absolutely. But what I meant by inconsistency is like, you are a dancer, you start singing, then some people, you bounce back to dancer. So it's like, are you a dancer? Are you a singer? What are you? You understand? But it's not a problem. But I mean inconsistency. Like try to like direct. Yeah, because it first of all gives your dreams a direction. Because you don't know like, what do I do? You get, so it gives you a sense of direction. Even people around you, people who want to support you, people who are your fans, they don't know what's up. Like today you're orange, tomorrow you're green. Like what's going on? You get, so just to give a sense of direction to everyone around you, your fans, your art, your supporters. You get, so I feel like that inconsistency is what has led dance to lag behind, because you find in Europe there are dancers who have been in battles.
Yeah, and they're
specific. Someone who was in the battle in 2001, and you see their growth, and now they become champions, and then they go into mentoring, and then they go into judging. You get, there is that consistency, so it gives the value to the dance and to their brand. So you get, and you find such people now like big brands start endorsing them, like Nike, what you get. If you see a person like Sherry Silver from Rwanda, who's now, if you go back to how she was in the beginning, you see her consistency. She's in philanthropy, endorsements, what. So there is that consistency which we must maintain. And that inconsistency is also, anyway, it's the point. Let me not touch that point. I don't, let me just. Actually, it's next.
It's a trailer. That was a trailer.
So now
trailer.
the next
now
point, laziness.
Oh, Jesus.
Now that's also that actually catalyzes the inconsistency. Today you're on fire, then the next 2 months.
Boy.
Nowhere.
Or you get stuck in a certain level of dance.
You freeze. Okay, you keep dancing, but you remain where you are.
Yeah, like even technically wise. You know?
Skill set and
Yeah, like I don't know. You do the Kasem freeze since 2008. You're on the Kasem freeze. You do the Kasem freeze. You go to the Kasem freeze. You're on the Kasem freeze. You know?
When
So
you're
people are like,
dancing,
everyone knows you start with this move
The freeze is
all the
coming.
time. So you're lazy. You don't want to what? Thank you.
And go.
Laziness. Dancers, you don't eat correctly. First of all, you like KFC. KFC is not bad. Balance it. Eat some cabbages. Cabbage is
sure.
1K. By the way,
Fruits.
you get like
Health-wise.
health-wise. Let me tell you, dancers, you need to take care of yourselves.
Your bodies.
You're like an athlete. I'm telling
are.
you, actually you are an athlete. You need to work out. You need to be fit. You're breathing. Some of you have mixes of 7 minutes. The first 40 seconds, you're dying already.
Panting on stage.
You need to
Panting.
because working out will help with your breathing. You need to eat correctly. You need to sleep, ample sleep. Those things of going out. Look who's talking. Anyway,
Major
do
key.
as I do. What's that thing?
As
Do
I
as I
say.
say, but don't do as I do.
Yeah.
You guys. Anyway, the thing is,
Balance.
sleep. Yeah, you have to sleep well. You have to.
That part needs an effect.
You have to take care of your bodies because your bodies is what's making you money.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's your project.
okay. I'm now being honest. Like you have to eat well. You have to. Because if you're not sleeping well, you're always drinking alcohol. You're smoking. You're not going to breathe well. Of course, you're going to be sleeping all the time. I mean, if you're hungover, you cannot do certain things. You procrastinate your
Programs.
programs, so you miss out on other
Self-sabotage
opportunities.
and all
Self-sabotage, basically. So that laziness, that I think people need to also initiate certain kind of lifestyles. It's okay, like you can do something, like you can read, because it broadens your knowledge, meditation, like different things, like be a different vibe, because it's going to help in your creativity. Trust me.
It comes
When
with
your mind is clear and like your body is feeling healthy and you're feeling good, your creativity is also on another level.
Organization.
Thank you.
Once you're organized, you can plan your day. What will I do today?
What will I do? So that you can even achieve a lot of things.
Direction.
Now, currently, people are sleeping. I know. It's 12:30.
Can you imagine?
People are sleeping.
It's absurd.
And
Waiting
after
for
sleeping, they're
night.
going to be like, "Gwe, where are you? Where are we going?"
COVID. Embera.
Those
Can
things.
you imagine? It's absurd.
I know, but the COVID was a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Because for us, we can create content and put on the internet.
Actually, I'm coming to that point.
The internet is not closed.
Another reason for the
Mileage.
poverty. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Our country.
Our country, and even some individuals, some people don't have that kind of ability to attend dance school, to go to those places where there is dance, maybe workshops to attend every day. You can't buy the right shoes to dance in. You can't afford internet to get knowledge. To see these videos. So basically, the money problem, I think, is just another point.
Yes, sir.
There are no dance studios in the country.
It is sad.
People used to start dancing. People were dancing from church because church was giving free space.
Yeah.
There are no spaces, and even the spaces that are there now, they're expensive. Like
Hey.
the economic situation is a bit,
Tricky.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
Standards.
But then again, there's no time for self-pity.
True.
Yeah.
Go to your
Again,
garage.
it goes back to you. What do you want to achieve?
Practice.
Yeah, like what is possible for you to do so
With
that
the
you can.
little you have.
Yeah. If you know how to paint, if you did, let me say, vocational training, so if you're like a seamstress, a tailor, you make clothes, you sell, you get that money, you invest in your art. Such things. If you're a baker, you bake, you get money, you invest in your art. If you're, I don't know, if you're an engineer, if you're anything, whatever your profession is, aside from dance, that's also why it's also good for dancers to
something
what?
else.
It's coming. It's good, So anyway, the money issue, the economic issue is a bit tricky, but I think that has also added to the mileage of the industry.
True.
Another thing, the lack of dance institutions in the country.
That's big.
By the time I joined Makerere University, I was the only student actually.
Wow.
Like, I studied with a teacher like this. Like, what's up? Like, okay, now open your book.
Open your book.
But later on, people started coming. Of course, there's also ignorance. People don't know that
they're important.
No, that even these courses exist. They don't know. And even if they know, again, goes back to society's what? Because me, before I went there, I was doing BBA. I came from a class of 1,600 to a class of 125 people. The only pro institution that I feel like in Uganda for dance in terms of diploma degree is Makerere University, which is
one.
There was the ballet school for the Namagereka in Kololo, but it closed. Of course, and that was too expensive as well. You can't find, and also again, it was only catering for classical ballet, which is not everyone's
type.
And then dance studios are not even giving proper technical. It's more of recreational purpose, fitness, happiness, So there are no institutions where someone can get a real. Exactly. Indere Center is a private. It's for their dancers to help that. You cannot go there and say, I want to do a course in traditional dance, so I want to. Actually, it's something they should think about.
Yeah.
They should do something with traditional dance.
That's money right there.
I'm telling you.
Rose has dropped the bomb.
I should be a partner though. But anyway, there are no those. It's not there, So there are no institutions that can help give knowledge to us, certified knowledge that can be recognized internationally. Like in Senegal, there is that the school called the Sable that was started by Germaine. Miss Germaine, she's Senegalese. She was in France for a long time. She created her own technique called the Germaine technique, Germaine Akoni technique. Her own technique. You see how there is a house technique, there is a hip hop technique. She created her own technique, created her own school to teach her own theory. Me, I think as a dancer, you should do like this. As a dancer, ABCD. Her own technique, and it's something. What style do you do? I do the Germaine. I do Germaine technique. I do the Germaine Akoni technique. It goes back to even in history, the classical ballet. It was a very strict dance style. There's a lady called Martha Graham who created the Graham technique, which was a rebellion against ballet. Because with ballet, you want to close your window. Do you think that noise is interfering?
No, it isn't.
Okay, so. It's like Martha Graham created the Graham technique to rebel against the classical ballet, because classical ballet was all about stand tall. You can't bend your. So the Graham technique is about release. Like you can bend your back. It's okay. You can carve. You don't have to be always like this.
Upright, straight.
So the Graham technique is the opposite of. You can fall, because in it was more of high jumps, high this, leg up. But with Graham technique, that's when Graham technique now brings about the rolls down on the floor, those things. Now the Germaine technique is more, she incorporated her tradition dance in the what? And it's a fully fledged course, internationally recognized all over the world. Wow. She gives scholarships, I think, to 15 people across Europe. The rest are for the Africans.
Wow.
And of course you have to apply. She's actually in the syllabus of the dance degree at Makerere University. That's how I studied about her, and she's still alive.
Yeah, so guys, we've got a hack about what
do you know you can create your own shit?
Yeah. And people learn it.
How about you get
originality?
You can create your own shit. You guys, sorry, my language.
No, it's okay.
Okay, you can create your own stuff. It's not a must that but also you have to create with some common sense. Don't just say just because so and so. Because you see, there are certain dance practitioners in the industry who are going to validate that and actually give you that. That's
legit.
Yeah, that's legit. This is something that's changing the world. This is something that's changing. You get. So I feel like you can because she created her own dance institution in Senegal. So that is, again, it goes back to you.
What you want to achieve.
And another thing, just because so and so did this, and then you want to copy and be like so and so, you're going to get lost in that, because people are not going to look for you. They're always going to look for that person you are copying, because that's the original flavor. They want the original flavor. Kati, for you, you're in the
wannabe.
So guys, let's innovate, research, create,
Make research.
discover who you are. When you discover who you are and what you can be anything. Yeah. So
That's sunk in.
actually, then another point, support from the government. The government doesn't really support dance as an entity.
I think that goes back to what you said about
association.
association.
Yeah, because we're not
Getting
organized,
to
so there's no way
network
the dancers are going.
structures.
There's no way the government is going to look at you if you're not organized. So I feel like that will come in place. The government will definitely, and yet it's other governments from other countries that support.
That are supporting.
Then another reason for but again, it still comes back to organization. Endorsement from big brands. Then there's, you see like how Tusker will endorse a singing project, Coca-Cola rated next for singers, all of these. There are no big brands that endorse dance projects for, like, imagine if MTN had a dance competition. Because dancers, you're disorganized. And even then, those competitions that are there, after the person has won the competition, what next?
Yeah.
The organization doesn't follow up on the dancer to kind of like
Grow them.
because also now people are looking up to them, be like, that one won, and then what happened? I want to bother myself. Even those who would have wanted to participate, they lose morale. So yeah, that's another red flag there. Because most people who are where they are, it's because they are self-driven, not because these other things helped them. And then the last point, why reasons for
Wide marriage.
mental health. Mental health, you people. There are better facilities for mental health in abroad. Here, first of all, it's a sign even of weakness in the society. You cannot show someone that your head has a problem. You're a mulalu, first of all, and there's already stigmatization there.
Yes.
That is a very big problem. And some of you, you're drinking, you think it's cool to drink, you have a problem. You're depressed, that's why you're drinking. Mental health, when your head is cloudy, you cannot create. You cannot even relate with your fellow artist properly. You have anger issues. So many things, you guys. People are sick. People are depressed. People don't have people to talk to.
Youth.
Exactly.
And it's the majority.
But it's also expensive in the long run.
Absolutely.
Very expensive in the long run.
Not even that. People don't know that there are certain places where you can get it at a free. There's ignorance. People don't know these mental health places where you can go and maybe talk to someone, and then there's no way they moderate it somehow, because they know it's something that is still starting up. Yeah.
It's also a mentality here.
But mental health, that is a very big problem. People are depressed but don't have who to talk to, and it starts even from families.
Yeah.
It's like
Starts
an
from
invisible
it's an
disease.
invisible disease.
Comes from down.
Suicides are increasing. Now you saw this COVID thing. We were not working. People were depressed. We didn't have what to do. We drank. But the thing is, you keep on burying the problem until one day it's going to erupt, and you're going to hurt so many people. And we don't want to lose anyone. So I feel like people need to take it upon themselves
To take care of
to
their mental health.
take care of their mental health. Talk to someone. Talk to your friends that you trust. Talk to your parents if you have a support system. Make use of those relationships that you have, and take care of yourself, so that you can produce work that is what?
Exceptional.
Yes.
Quality.
Now, this is now the last. Second last. Is there a need for a dance structure? I think yes.
Yeah. Very.
But I wanted to ask, could you mean the dance association?
As one of them.
Full dance.
Like a full.
Okay, what is a full dance structure according to you?
It breaks down, let's say, from association to how the dancers, how they actually operate.
The order.
I think it comes then in the dance association.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it helps, and it comes
Breaks
to,
down till the dance.
Yeah, I think we need one, and I think we have already highlighted on that. And then there was how can it be achieved?
Still on dance structure, you in your own crew or your own company, you need a structure.
Yes, actually that's a very good point. In these crews, because you find in these crews, everyone is a choreographer, everyone is an artistic director, everyone is a costume designer, everyone is a what? So you find even the creative, because sometimes, for example, in Tabu Flow, the director is Hakim, the artistic director is Abdul, costume designer is Philip. There are certain things you leave people to do, then you can concentrate on the creative part. And also, the director has certain obligations to what? To link the company with top-notch opportunities.
Yes.
Not you to start saying, Banang, we need a gig, we need the director, that's the work of the director and all of that. So I feel like that also helps the company to grow.
Yeah, even in terms of finances, when you get paid.
Thank you. Yes. You see that in the company also we need a treasurer, accountant. Another thing, let me tell you, dancers, when you go to work, you must not finish all the money there and then. Okay, yeah. Let me say if you're going to work, maybe you've got 1 million and you're 3. You can each pay yourselves 250. The balance, bank it in the company account. Because anything can happen, It could be a costume you need. You get out 50k, we need hats. You go buy hats. You get certain things that just to keep running the company. Maybe you get a gig. You have to go to Ginger, transport, fuel. Get from the company account.
There's one that's very important. In case of anything happening to your group members.
Thank you.
There's insurance.
Thank you so much. You guys, investing in medical insurance is very important as dancers, because your body is your what?
Your money.
Your project.
Yeah. Saving actually is very important. You have to save.
As a must.
Living within your means.
Standards of living.
Being content with what you have, so that you can, just because someone has a new shoe, it's okay. You'll get that shoe later. Even time will passing and that shoe is like it's off, like it's So being content, being humble, living within your means, saving, you guys, you must leave money for the future. Like have goals, have certain, saving is very important. Then there was here, how can it be achieved? The dance structure. That executive team I talked about can be educated dance practitioners, both locally and internationally, who have connections both internationally and locally, who can help develop our and then unity. It can be only achieved through unity. We have to be united to what?
To get it.
Yeah.
Even research, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So I feel it's research, unity, and coming together. Then the last point: can a dance artist survive on dance alone? Yes and no. But in our society, I think no.
Why? Why would you say that?
Because right now there are no performances happening. Actually, there are no performances happening, and even now, those people that used to perform with, especially those people who back up artists, those artists, they are also saving their money. They don't have money to give out to dancers. Come and back me up. They're cutting costs. So where does that leave you?
That's what shows you need to get creative.
You need to get creative.
Innovate, because do you survive on artists as dancers?
And also, you need to look into other avenues. You need to look into other avenues of getting money. Now you H2C. They have YouTube. YouTube pays these niggas, man. YouTube pays these niggas. So look into other avenues. YouTube, the podcast, whatever. There are so many things that, and then people have other businesses. You can do other business if you have a qualification. If you have something that you can do that you're good at, don't let that thing die with you. Like, don't let it slip away. If you're good at making clothes, if you're good at anything that can make you get money, don't let it get old. Make it, revive it and do it. Make money so that you can support yourself when dance starts again to, social media. You could even use social media influencing as well. But now, how is a brand going to contact you to influence their product when you're not even visible? Because you're not even working.
You're not working.
But you don't know that you can use your Instagram to make yourself visible. So, just basically be creative and innovative. You are creative, so use your head.
Use your head.
Anyway, seriously, you guys, just I don't know, yeah, just you guys think beyond your nose.
And get exposed. Try to move around.
Read. Exactly. Expose yourself to certain things. Network. You have friends, you didn't even know that they own NGOs, they have NGOs. you have friends and you don't know what they are doing, but you claim they are your friends. Don't take advantage, but use those opportunities. Some of you have very good connections, very good friends, very good relatives in very big offices, and try and see how you can incorporate yourself in their situation, and it helps you as well.
And learn to work together.
Exactly.
Sometimes all these
That's back to morals, learning how to relate with one another, living in harmony with other people.
we can't call
Some of you feel untouchable.
We can't call the other guys.
You get? How will they see me when
They
I
want 10 dancers. Our crew has 5 people. Cathy, we can't do that gig because we can't call other people.
Watch together. Like,
Ibiti Majakalu. Major key guys.
If I translate, it means.
Anyway, you guys. So, how can a dancer survive based on the new COVID wave? I made already that point. Use of social media, YouTube, different businesses, farming, may have a saloon.
Yeah.
You get like different things.
Visawa karangu.
Have a saloon in Bukoto, H2C Road, Cherbo Complex, level 1. It's called Mira's Unisex Saloon. On all social media platforms, Mira's Unisex Saloon. We do both men and women. Hair weaving, haircuts, bridal packages, ABCDEFG, etc. On all our platforms, our contacts are there in case you want an appointment or inquiries. Yeah.
You have the checkbook? You can continue.
You guys, so it's not like if you go back to school, you're not going to die. Go back to school, upgrade, like you people. I don't even know what to tell you.
Oh, read. Some people can what?
Some people, their attention span, just reading even a flyer on WhatsApp. Someone has sent you a flyer. You see the photo. You're like, You guys read. There's not a reading culture that's there. Start with small books, Small books or articles in newspapers. Just read small things.
Information.
Yeah,
This is all knowledge.
people don't even know what's happening right now in the world. You can't go now for an event. You're networking with the CEO of so and ABCD, and then they bring a topic and everyone is bringing other opinions, and you're just there like, like you guys. Basic knowledge is important. Go back to school.
We actually mentioned something also close to that. I think you will talk about it. The part that people are normalizing being average in
Mediocrity.
Auntie people now these days they're obsessed with memes. What?
Yeah.
It's okay. That's entertainment. But to be honest, like in the real life, besides this phone, you need to be on your A game. To be honest. So I think if you have a passion in something, like, I don't know, if you want to go back to school, do a certificate, cooking, you want to upgrade your skills, go back to school and learn. Those things are short courses. Or, these things even now online.
Yeah.
The US Embassy, the website has, on the yearly website, there's free education. You can subscribe and newsletters come to you every day by the week. There are tutorials on YouTube for anything, even if even a dance style, a dance technique. Tutorial, beginner's class, locking. Put on, start locking. Top rock beginner's class. It's on YouTube. So guys, expand your knowledge.
Yeah, I think people need to learn how to use emails.
Send me an email. What do you mean? People don't know how to say. People don't have email addresses. Guys, make yourselves business cards. Those things of, can I give you my WhatsApp? No. No, my friend, no. Make yourself a business card. When you go somewhere, if you've gone for an event and now, the clients liked you and everything, you're like, oh, can we contact you? These guys also want you for the event. You can't start telling us person, okay, 07, my friend. No. Get your card. You logos, people make a logo, get a card, have your email address, your phone contact.
Identity.
Call me. You know, there's a certain kind of
level they put you at when
exactly.
you do that.
So guys,
You're valid.
let us
Separate entities.
please. Yeah.
You can't deal with them if you don't have such.
Yeah, and yeah, but seriously, yeah.
So the person wants the whole company to text them on WhatsApp. Yeah?
On WhatsApp.
On WhatsApp.
Chitegera. And on WhatsApp again, on WhatsApp you have a random photo on your profile photo.
pic.
Nicki Minaj.
Oh, you get Nicki Minaj with the ass out, what? Lavish. Anyway, you guys. So, so that was the last point. Actually, we have come to the end of our discussion, and thank you guys for. I'm proud of these guys. They have taken things another level. And meanwhile, they were, I don't know if you thought like you were the only people doing certain things at certain points. Like you're the only ones, and you feel like people will think you're mad.
You're mad.
Yeah.
That's how it feels sometimes, and I want to encourage people out there that even if you're doing something that people see it as random, you continue, because at the end that consistency will lead you to something. Yeah, so please take some notes.
Yeah, we're also proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, go and Google her.
Lol.
Yeah. Rosemary Atim.
Don't exaggerate, guys, but yeah, thank you so much. Subscribe to the page and
follow Rose.
leave a like.
Yeah.
I'm marketing your YouTube.
Hey.
Anyway, yeah. So closing remarks or anything?
You can also catch this episode on Apple Music,
Apple Podcast.
Podcast.
Oh, are you hearing? Are you hearing? Spotify, niggas.
Anchor.
Apple Music.
Anchor FM.
One time. Those are the
Everywhere.
vibes. Those are the vibes,
Everywhere.
you guys. Those are the vibes.
And in case you want more dance content, really, there's YouTube.
Guys, let me tell you something. In the era that we're in terms of broadcasting, and TV is censored, radio is censored. Create your own things now. There's YouTube. The government is not going to write to YouTube and close down this guys, whatever. No. So evolve with the what?
The time.
We don't want to leave you behind, guys.
Yeah.
Kale, thank you so much, Rose, for coming here.
You're welcome.
And educating.
I think
I'm also learning stuff as we are talking, because you guys are also enlightened in certain things that I didn't know about. So yeah.
I think everyone who has watched this episode is going to love it. Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thank you. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.